Hi, and today's podcast is about assess, decide and act, the last 6, 7 and 8 elements of the MSPSL routine. Let's have a look first of all at the problems that students might have with these elements, and then we'll look at how we can think of ideas for you as supervising drivers to help save it from all going wrong. The type of things that students might find difficulties, they might be having an overload at the time that you're perhaps turning into a side road. You know, they're still trying to work out what to do with their feet and their hands with the steering, and they're trying to look and see and make all these decisions. So they might be floundering a little at this point. They also might be suffering from a little bit of inexperience and poor judgment. You know, us as full licence holders, experienced drivers, can immediately assess whether a gap is big enough for us to fit through. We can very easily assess speed and distance of an oncoming vehicle. But as a learner, that's really difficult. So we need to think about that as well. The learner might also make a decision that they think is right, and it might well be the right decision, but they might not be able to actually put that into action. So they might think, I need to slow right down and move over to the left. But actually physically making that happen, if they are slightly in overload at that point, might be difficult for them. They might also be feeling a little bit of fear, and they might be suffering from a little bit of hesitation and lack of anticipation. So let's have a look at what you can do as supervising drivers to help them overcome those problems. We know that you have to get them coming slowly into the junctions. You've got to be looking well ahead of your learner. And you've got to support them in all the decisions that they make. Be ready to intervene if necessary verbally. And if you can do some Q&A with them, question and answers on approach, to ask them what they're looking at, what are they seeing? What's their plan? What are you going to do about that? What are you going to do about this? That will help you understand that they've got the situation under control. You may, of course, have to go into full instruction. You need to slow down. You need to stop. You may even have to help them by guiding the steering wheel. But it's about getting that shared understanding of that language, which we talked about before. If with all these things in place, it's still going wrong, it might be that they're being stretched a little bit too much and you need to go back a few paces. So perhaps, moving off and stopping a few more times, just getting that clutch control a little bit smoother so that they feel more confidence with that. That will help them put everything into the process of look, assess, decide and act. So they're having to do all those things together. One of your greatest tools as a supervising driver is getting your learner to slow down early on. Get that slow speed, get that low gear, so that you're never coming into a situation that you're rushing. So the main aim, to reiterate the slow speed, is to give you time, and your learner time, of course, to make good decisions. I hope that's been of use to you. And as always, if you've got any queries or questions, please feel free to contact me.